Devil Eyes Wizard, Eat Entertainment, Soul Papaya, Ezeza, the Egyptian goddess. ID name, Jermaine McGinnis, 10981. Just a small town, boy. 7th County, Monticello, New York. I grew up moving around, being part of a half-military family on my mom's side. My cousin's name is Muhammad Cooper, still active today, military Green Beret, whenever they call him in. I'm a Celestial. The government knew about me for years. They've been feeding off my energy and my Akashic records. As you can see them printed on the ground, all in red spots. Over there, in several various places. I can show the proof to that later in a minute when I go in my bag. As being shown proof as a child of Osun, look what the sun is up. Look at the sun. Point the camera towards the sun. Now, as you follow me, we're going to show you that the sun is going to follow me, which would be considered impossible. Keep the camera rolling. We're going to go to about towards the Federal Bureau of Investigation building. And when we get down there, make a mockery of where the sun is at now. Where it's at now and where it's going to be after we get to where I'm going. Then I'm going to show you that any tree that's been struck by lightning has the power to kill or manifest. Then we're going to go into politics and how I'm related to the politics as far as my spirituality goes and as far as my history as a Celestial and how many times I've been on this planet and the things that I know about this planet which causes these people to follow me around. Now, also, I'm going to talk about my broken neck. Elmira, New York, America's Best Value Inn, room 214, where I was drugged through the AC while the property manager, who happens to be Trinidadian, allowed the officer from Orange County, New York, Walk Hill, New York, to come in and break my neck. And several others of them have taken times. Only through the grace of God and it be not my time to die was I not made a sacrifice. I continue to keep waking up. Because of this, they have messed with my resources, my social media, such as Prince, Ezeza. If you click on it, you can see it's erased. But if you check according to satellite, per se, NSA, and Uncle Sam, nothing is ever erased. I am Uncle Sam's best protege. I am going to reveal some things about what I did from 18 to 21, but not reveal the base where I was out of a promise that I made to the people who allowed me to be discharged the way I was discharged back into society without having to worry about and going back to the army or any type of funny shit. 18 to 21, I served this country. You know what I'm saying? Machine guns, rifle AK. You know what I'm saying? You know how that operates. This is the Hoover building. God bless the dead to my friend, my good friend, John Muller. I was promised a unit of my own, of the elite, special unit, which was started a while back when I was taken there, drafted with arch feet and asthma, which is something that's not legal to do. The things I've learned in there, like how to destroy a man within 5 minutes or less, within a few blows, such as the ears. You clap the ears. You push with your palm of your hand, your palm of your hand into the nose upwardly, which would split the bone in a certain way, which would hit a certain part of your nerve, and you punch in the throat, which will make the blood have nowhere else to breathe coming out, but to come out through the eyes and the nose. This is considered the kiss of death. This is something that people only who have trained in combat, frontline infantry learn, and people who were in the Marines learn this tactics. I pray that one would never use what I'm saying, or you will get prosecuted, because you literally have to be registered to have this information as far as uses for your hands. I slipped through that process because of the nature of the things that have happened to me corruptly. One of these officials who are out here, which is an old man with white hair down the hair with glasses, gave me a ride in Elmira, New York, on the way leaving out, walking on foot, telling me he thought I was someone else. My telephone number is 332-268. 5770. Yes, my phone number, which I lost on the bus, having crucial incriminating evidence proving that these people don't want to get caught. They're using traveling nurses and doctors to commit criminal crimes of acts of murder in this country, which most people would never even look to think of. That would be a crime that would be utilized. Who's going to question a doctor for his professional opinion having a master or bachelor's degree? Because his opinion matters most. And those who investigate the cases are not skilled in that department. They can only take their so to say, word as credibility. And this has been happening everywhere. I've discovered mental asylum cases, Central New York, which they now have cameras for, because of my investigation, as well as old folks' homes. I went undercover as well. I also discovered the bodies under Clinton Dannemora. 2014, I was in Auburn Correctional Facility where the feds came and had me removed immediately. Now, remember what I told you a while back, showing you that I am the child of Oshun. Please pay attention and look up. Let's turn this way and tell me where the sun is. You see it? Versus from where we were there, where we were before. You see where it's at now?
It's going further this way.
No, it's going further the way we're going, and it was no longer the way we were. Pay attention. That's proof. Now people are going to want to know, who am I according to the Bible? I am Ezekiel. I've been here several lifetimes trying to fix the world and heal Mama Earth from all the corruption. If people are going into the cosmos with the paranormal and black magic and changing things to work for the darker workers, witches and warlocks, for the things that they do to control the humans, bodies as a hoster. Your body as a host is when you sell your soul to the devil for material gain. Once one does so, many are able to be utilized without full knowledge of themselves, of what they're doing, to a certain degree. Though their thoughts become as their own, but they be not of such. They be of the darker forces, which controls them and apprehends the body, because one knows not of the soul or what it needs to protect from evil entities and such controlling the body. There has to be a balance between yin and yang, light and dark. This is why we have different presidencies, people who are in position. Like, for example, my good friend Donald Trump is in office. Many don't like him. He has money, so he can't be persuaded to take bribes. He already has a wife that's beautiful as I don't know what. So he needs not no one to bribe him with sexual favors. So it's Elon Musk, my good friend. What's good, bro? You already know. Now, as I keep saying, we're gonna take one more time to look up, put the camera up. So the sun is literally following me as the camera crew. So this is proof that I am who I say I am. Now we're gonna give you a little sample right there. As I speak the Egyptian language, the ether Egyptian language from where I'm from, the cosmos, the Orishas, the galactics. Faramarasisio, Disio, Nisio, Enzio! No entra! Senekamasa! Venyegia Misa! Now you know I'm from the Bible, I'm from heaven. And I'm here to save the world. And because they can't steal my spiritual gifts, they've been trying to murder me. I'm sorry I didn't mean to shock the guy who's filming the cameras. The same way the people who are going to be shocked when they see this video are going to be just as more shocked, seeing it in the 3D form. I'm quite sure they're going to play this back later for themselves. I didn't mean to scare you, bro. I should have probably fucked you up just now, right? You can blurt that out later. But yeah, that probably messed you up. I am who I say that I am. But they deny it because they don't want others to realize that going against me is blasphemy, according to their book that they say about Jesus Christ. If Father Abraham had many sons, how many sons had Father Abraham? If he said many, now I'm going to hit you with the next question. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. It's a very contradicting statement, according to the first ones. That's another reason why we're down here, to clarify what is right and what is wrong about the Bible. Many have used those who have seen and witnessed, bear witness to what happened the days of my brother from Bethlehem, me being born in Nazareth. When that happened, that's like you die tomorrow. You have good credibility. I use your name. I take out things that I want to be in there, don't want to be in there, and I erase it. And I put what I want to be implemented in there as such. And I use the witnesses that have bared witnesses for others to rely on. Many are busy with work, vacation, social club. They have no time to really tap in. The Bible is all you need. They tell you. They keep you in the book, but they tell you to have faith. They keep giving you double standards as you go along the way. And they know that you're not catching the subliminals. It shows that the veil is very much show over your eyes. Because of that, this is how the country has now what you call a religion. Religion is meant to control people. That's why everyone is trying to figure out who's the right God and who's the right wrong, or serving who, whatever. God has many names according to the region and the geographical location where we all were born. We were all scattered out throughout the land for what? We all spoke one language at one point in time, trying to build a ladder up into heaven, as they're trying to do now, exploring space, other galaxies, other rims, and much more. It's politics. The seats who sits in there is whom God wants. The illusion is you get your vote, they still pick who they want. That's the secret society. You follow around, you become a professional criminal. Because you have the position and power and title and the badge to do so, you operate under the code of color of law while breaking the law. This is the secret of the society. This is also the illusion, which paints it to be real because it has real consequences behind it. So while people waste their time on who to vote for, all they do is take a mental note. That's basically more like a censor. You're not supposed to know this per se, Uncle Sam and the NSA and the Homeland Security. You're not supposed to know what I'm telling you. But because I am who I am, I know these things. I'm at every briefing without always physically being there. You guys make your political votes. Nothing's really going to change except for what they want. They just want to know your opinion on how you all feel. Majority rules, then they debate within the House. Each group, Senate, Congress, Democrat, and so forth, etc. So have you. I will say is this. Our food, agriculture, China has a hold of that. Until they found out who? The blood diamond baby, rare type DNA, Ezekiel. I am connected to the sun, as you've just seen multiple times ago. We're going to go a little farther just to stun a little bit more. And by saying that, to clarify, you cannot question what you already seeing. We don't need steroids for our food. We need the sunlight. Meat is only supposed to be eaten once a week. That way we'll have more of it. Less of it needs to be slaughtered, right? Our water will be clean. It needs not mankind to clean it if God made everything in the land perfect. Stop everybody saying the world is messed up. The world is perfectly formed, made how God made it, with everything in it, even if one utilizes or uses it in a negative nostalgia by overindulging in such for their own personal means, etc. So have it. Now, let's go down a little bit more and we can continue. I almost got a little bit too emotional. My good friend passed away. You know how they would pay me by telling me Mr. Muller's dead? I meet a lady I'm assuming maybe that's this woman or a family member as such, in Jersey, in front of Dunkin' Donuts. How dare you give me the information that he's dead that way? How fucking dare you? We're not gonna go into that, but it's cool. Better late than never, I find out. A lot of people promise me a lot of things for things I've done. I've changed a lot of things within this country. The man behind the man that's been running your country for a very long time. This is how I met Elon Musk in 2021. My inauguration was CNN Live, right out here in DC. They put a veil over people's eyes to make people forget about that inauguration. They have some people out here from Dubai. Now, if you're so spiritually versed on all these things, dark pretending to be light, which is impossible. Dark cannot get out the dark. Dark can only cover the eyes of who are of the light, somewhat to a certain degree, to be blinded and bombarded and confused of such because of their lack of knowledge. Does that make sense? Okay, with that being said, let me further proceed. The only way we're going to come together and come up as a country, United States of America, because of that name alone for this country, one who is born on this soil can sue the country under trademark infringement. If you don't know that, please look it up. Under trademark infringement, if you're not a representation of the country based on the title that you've given it, one born under the soil with a social security number, as an American, can sue. And a lot of you do not know. If you do not know about your social security bond, they do and they have, for many years, cashed you the fuck out. Excuse my language, you got to blurt that out. When I say cash you out, meaning they take your life. They decide how long you live. And they've been doing this to a lot of my peoples in the ghetto because they refuse to wake up. They focus on surface level things, car, jewelry, chain, girlfriend, guy friend, who got the most gangster status, and all the things that mean less important, that has no value, holds no substance. Now, just to stunt a little bit more to show you that I am the child of Oshun, please, according to the buildings, if you have the discrepancies, and please look up and tell me where the sun is at. For all those questioning me who I am. Now, turn around that way. Let's see this, where we started from. See the sun over that way? No, right? So it's clear of who I say I am. Yet people refuse to believe. Now, there's a book called The Redemption Manual. That's how you cash in your Social Security bond. It's worth $250 million. Please tell me why people still broke in society. One does not know that. Many do not know that. Even my good friends that I've just met here did not know that. Yes, because they don't want you to know it. They put it in your face and hoping you never look it up. Bombarded with survival tactics, you'll never look for certain things that's right there. And so should you look up these things according to sovereignty, the scope goes on you. I know how to do that for people for $10,000, a small fee, which is peanuts for what you're gonna get in return. Why do you think they keep messing with my stability? Things that's simple for me, they're making it very difficult. Why? Because I can do more with less. So who's the real threat? Just like they did with Edward Snowden. Anyone who has knowledge about this country and knows things that shouldn't be known or spoken out loud, they get rid of you. Several times. Broken neck. Andrew McGinnis Jr., my brother, killed me for my inheritance money my grandparents gave to me. Yeah, 2019. Forged my name while I was on parole for a crime I did not do, but I took it as undercover work on some Brooklyn's finest. My children's mother, she did something very wrong and unlawful. I took the time because I didn't want her to go to jail. I did 6 years, and that's how I was able to discover those bodies under Clinton Danamora. I was in Auburn in 2014. If I was wrong, why the CO gave me a cigarette in the kitchen infirmary and a piece of chicken? He said, Mr. McGinnis, I'm so sorry. The next day, the Attorney General got me out of there. I was also locked up in Bradford County Jail, the city of Stark, in Florida. Yeah, we was driving a 2007 Nissan Altima. The video was in there would also enlighten the fire that came out of my hand, which they did create a movie later on called The Firestarter. Only they, instead of, as always, out of racism, they changed the character and the color. The female, they made her white versus me being black. Just like the movie The Creator, about a guy with trees and leaves, what you see in my bag there. They had no information on how they came up with the concept to the movie. It was called Good versus Evil. Me fighting evil against the bad people who pretend to be good and go after the people who are good and destroy them after they learn what they learned from them, whether they steal their Akashic records or their gifts. I'm telling the world, please learn your Akashic records, because if you do not know you have something good, just because you think of only in a materialistic form, you can be killed, and one can utilize your essence, your je ne sais quoi, and much more. This is how this country is being ran by our forefathers. The money is considered a promise to pay, a federal note. What is it backed by? Gold. What is the gold backed by? Think about it. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. Since this country is built and found upon religion, it must be backed by your Akashic records. With that being said, I'm going to let my good friend here take over from there. And let's keep going a little bit farther so we can see the sun some more. So we can continue. Stand behind me. So they can see, you can see the sun is still following me. Still following the child of Oshun from the Bible. This is going to make you history, young man. Your video is going to be the most watched. Look up again. As the sun moves to where I'm going. How about we take it back that way? You want to take it back that way? Let's stay head up. Take it. Let's mark where it's at now. Mark where it's at now. We gotta take it back this way. Come on. You don't gotta be close now. Then we go from there. Trust me. Now you guys can put your politics in. After all of that, you already captivated them to where they need to be captivated to want to hear everything else you about to display on your part. I did my part. High five. Hearts in the chat.
I'm elated.
Word. I just blew your man mind back there. He's like, this whole shit. When he saw the one with the wall with the camera, the whole shit. He's like, oh shit, you really
the real deal.
No, I'm really the child of Oshun versus those who say they are. I say it and you see it. Big difference between those who say it and you don't see it. Yeah. And I've healed many people from cancer, COVID-19, and AIDS. Yeah. These niggas owe me. If you see this mark on my head that you see on your dollar bill, niggas gotta pay me. And I've been gunning these niggas down with this. And I went behind many buildings with niggas with this. Nobody want no smoke, nigga. Come here, doc. Don't move. Spin. Good day, Mr. Potter. The real Harry Potter. Oh yeah, Queen Elizabeth is my grandmom's. That's why Prince William, I'm never gonna call that nigga a king. He got caught. Elmira, New York, black SUV. Bath, New York, SUV. No, and Elmira, he caught him at the Arnott Mall in a UPS suit. Yeah, he kindly called the security on that note, told him to get me out the mall, cause I'm exposed too much. Burned my mom's house down in Sullivan County, Monticello, New York, him and my other half brother, Andrew McGinnis Jr. It's exposing the secret of who I was. I met my father, our father, at 11 years old in Sullivan County when they had the arcade. That's how I'm so infatuated with people who wear penny loafers. Word. That reddish hair look, yeah. He gave me a 50-cent piece, but it wasn't a really 50-cent piece. It was something magical. Now, I was given a certain time frame to master my Akashic records. As that dissolved into my hand, went all through my body, aligned with all my chakras. That's how I'm able to do all these cool things you seeing me doing. That's what he's after with me. He already has money. Think about it. What else could he really fucking want? But he can't get that out. They've searched many times. They're getting people to cut my hair, violating me in public, police doing nothing about it. No one's doing fucking anything. It shows you this is an inside job. Excuse my language while the kids are around. But I'm exposing truth today on many levels. They've erased several social medias. Ezeza, Rivera, social media, Prince Ezeza, Monk Unique, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, several other things. They just erased a lot of information. What else can I think of? Jermaine McGinnis, they've erased many things. Why? If someone's telling a lie, you would need not to erase anything. But if it's the truth, you want to fucking hide it. Good day, Mr. Potter. And as I'm talking, big hearts in the chat. 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 It's my dad. I'm from there. Pay me. You owe me. My man. Enjoy, man.
The real.
You already know. That footage right there with all that paranormal shit that you just seen, that's gonna make y'all videos pop. Whatever you see after that, they gonna zoom, they gonna focus in. You know why? Because you just gave them a lot of biblical truth and much more on many levels on the corruption within this country or people who work under this country. Oh, by the way, Miles, please don't feel bad, bro. Yeah, he seen what happened to some of the corruption up in Johnson City and Broome County, New York. Yeah, a lot of officers, big boys who claim that they only do out of jurisdiction work, saw what's been going on with me. Everyone's being turned and paid the blind eye to turn the other way. Yeah. It's sad, bro. It really is. God bless you though. You seen it out. Now keep walking back this way. You keep following me back this way. The sun is gonna go back this way. Just to show you I'm who I am. This is cocky. And it's history, bro. What you got on camera, it's gonna make you about to go viral. You about to go viral. I know. I ain't mean to mess your head up with you seeing that. That shit astounding.
Right.
How does it look in the camera? It looks different.
It's astounding.
It looks astounding.
Yes.
Wow, it's mind blowing, isn't it?
It's absolutely mind blowing.
Yes, and it's hard to say
This
that
is the most incredible thing I've captured on a camera.
Yes, and now guess what? That's gonna make me famous and make them look for me. So you're gonna get some exposure, and I'm gonna get questioned about everything that's been going on. Yeah, they destroyed several evidence. They stole my phone out here. I led the police convention when they had it this last week. Jermaine McGinnis, yes. They're trying to say I'm acting under another name. No. Ezeza Rivera is my business name, and it's also my spiritual name. Ezekiel is my name for the life path on whom I am. They try to cut my hand off in Jersey as they partaking and teamed up with the veterans in Broome County, aligned with them, all on the purpose to do what? Take down me from exposing the truth. You fuckers. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. Sorry. So, if you think I'm gonna let my good friend roll in his grave for that fucking that badge, that unit I'm gonna get for the rest of my squad that's still hiding of the special unit, the elite, to protect and serve the world, watchful eye of the world, watch everybody, hold no punches, take no favors, take not a dime, even while I've been homeless, take not a dollar. This who the world needs to be trusting. This who Uncle Sam wants to be trusted. We go into every organization, institution. We see what's wrong, we infiltrate, and then we report back to those who need to be reported back to. Nancy, I love you, man. I'm not gonna stop wilding out till they let me see you again. I'm not gonna stop fucking wilding out till they let me see my friend. Word. Well, tell your husband, no disrespect, that he got a good wife. She's like a sister to me. Well, shout out to Joe Biden from backing them niggas down in Bath, New York. Word. Backing them niggas down. Kindly humbled the district attorney. Word. Now, shout out to the Attorney General that just called that meeting a couple days ago on these niggas to turn in a civil service weapon based on this long, prolonged 4 years investigation watching me do nothing but water trees and heal Mama Gaia. While they make up all these accusations because they're doing what? Trying to study my Akashic records. Because that's been running the world. While they have no knowledge of such on what I'm doing. They even come around me when I'm smoking, bringing kids around to try to discredit me, to make me look like all these different things. All these mental asylum games that they've played. I was also in Orangeburg, New York, investigating the people who can't talk that well and articulate it. The people there, they stick patients with unknown medication whenever they feel that they're talking too much. That's a form of abuse. But because they have this authority, you will never know that these type of crimes are going down right underneath Uncle Sam's watch, because they refuse to let certain people that need to be in position of jobs and so forth have these certain jobs. What I mean by that, like certain things supposed to be in place that they never had come in place. Certain type of curriculums that's supposed to come into place to play never played out. Like my unit, we didn't boomerang that worldwide. Like how you see the locals, they got these badges. This shit's worldwide. You type them in the system, they got a 4-digit badge number. They stay in the system. Same thing with the feds. What about the elite? What about what I was fucking promised? The things that I've done for this country and kept my mouth shut even still to this day. So much so, to the person that thought I was somebody else was also involved from out here pressing the button on my life. Yeah, so several people involved. You enjoy though.